Could be that within
Clean
the
up
first
your
couple
room.
days of you owning this platform, you tweeted to Hillary Clinton a conspiracy theory about Paul Pelosi, the husband of Nancy Pelosi, third in line for the presidency, from a website that has previously claimed that Hillary Clinton was dead. She died on 9/11 and has been replaced by a body double. You did that. That was all you. You didn't have to. You didn't do, you gained really little from that. In fact, it actually hurt you quite a bit, and you had to quietly delete it and pretend it never happened. But that was you. And yeah, not a surprise that L'Oreal afterwards is like, yeah, so we're going to pull out of this. And now other groups are like, we're also going to pull out of this, because what are you expecting? This is a free market, baby. I think I know why people like predictions and accurate predictions so much, because it gives us a sense of safety and security in this strange, cold, unforgiving world filled with uncertainty where anything can happen. It's nice if you have people who can accurately say, by the way, I think that John Fetterman will win the election. I think that, and then it comes out to be true. And so when it comes to Elon Musk, there was a lot of people talking when Elon Musk first was forced to buy the Twitter app, saying that his ideas and policies most likely will result in a destruction of the company. Now, that is all turning out to be completely 100% true. And the other thing is that I don't think anyone actually really predicted how fast it would be. This is Sonic the Hedgehog levels of speedrunning here. It's unbelievable. Everyone understands the very simple fact, right? You cannot have an unadulterated free speech platform, social media platform that operates, that has people screaming the N-word at black people, people calling indigenous people all kinds of racist slurs, people dehumanizing trans people, and also have advertisers want to associate their brands with that, because it's like, no, I don't want to be on the neo-Nazi app. It's kind of gross. It's just filled with the N-word and a whole bunch of anti-Semitic shit, you know? So there's that. And then plus you've got the free speech absolutists who think that Elon is their savior. Now, all Elon has really done since he's come into power is kind of destroy the platform by obviously, doing things like stating right away that he's going to make everyone pay for a subscription service if they want to have a check mark. So the actual system in place to verify if an account is fake or not is actually just going to be in place to find out whether or not a bot wants to pay $8 a month to spread misinformation, which is who is going to do it. It's going to be two groups: bots and crypto bros, because crypto bros more money than sense and they care about worthless validation, you know, my apes. And then people who want to spread disinformation on social media, of which there are a lot of agents who want to do that, can now do so and enjoy a fancy little check mark for the low cost of only $8 a month. That's basically what's going to happen. So Musk's own Twitter sued for violating California federal law with mass layoffs. We will now see if he's going to continue to thumb his nose at the laws of this country that protect employees. Just a week after completing his takeover of Twitter, billionaire Elon Musk was hit with a class action lawsuit Thursday over his attempt to fire roughly half of the social media company's employees, a move that workers say violates California and federal law, requiring at least 60 days notice for mass layoffs. The lawsuit was filed in federal court in San Francisco shortly after Twitter employees who were not unionized began receiving emails late Thursday notifying them of sweeping job cuts. Some learned they were amongst those losing their jobs when they were unable to access the company's communication channel. Numbers dwindling down in the Slack channel that hour. People were dropping like flies. The retribution from Musk, the self-proclaimed champion of free expression, who has a long record of cracking down on worker speech. Under the Federal Work Adjustment and Retaining Notification, or the WARN Act, companies with more than one employee must provide at least 60 calendar days of advance notification for mass layoffs. California has its own version of the WARN Act with similar requirements. We filed this lawsuit tonight in an attempt to make sure employees are aware they should not sign away their rights and that they have an avenue for pursuing those rights. We will now see if he's going to continue to thumb his nose at the laws of this country that protect employees. It appears that he's repeating the same playbook of what he did at Tesla. Now, Tesla's currently in a bit of a free fall. Let me just find that stock photo. So here's the Tesla stock. This is around the acquisition of Twitter, and then blah, 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 and then we're down to about $205. I believe that's getting close to a 2-year low. Now, there is other factors at play. It's not just the fact that he's so fucking terrible and everyone's suddenly realizing it for the first time. And, you know, it's not going to scream investor confidence if you've got someone at the helm operating the way that Elon is. Prior to finalizing his $44 billion purchase of Twitter, a buyout financed in part by prominent Saudi billionaire, Musk suggested he wanted to eliminate 75% of the company's 7,500 employee workforce. So he's fired half. And I said that is a disastrous move of the highest order. And again, I'm in the weirdest position for all this, you know? I've got 123,000 followers. I grew those organically. I'm proud of my follower count. I made memes. I dunked. I took a lot of hits as well. I was mocked ruthlessly, and I mocked others ruthlessly, and I grew. I was a weirdo sicko who enjoys the marketplace of ideas. I love it. I've never blocked a single person on Twitter. I have the esteemed pride of being able to say that, unlike all the free speech absolutists who have all blocked me. Like Jordan Peterson, Rebel News, you name it. They one after another they blocked me because they're all cowards, and they don't want to have the free marketplace of ideas. Dave Rubin was the first big block I ever got. It was a Dave Rubin block, and then Stefan Molyneux, and now we're gonna lose it all because Elon. But at the same time, watching a person who for some reason had fooled a very large percentage of the population into thinking he was smart. Watching all of them before their real eyes have their entire world crumble, that is also really funny to me. It might even be worth the whole losing Twitter altogether. I'm addicted to Twitter, and then the cure to my addiction could be Elon Musk. He could sink this entire thing. So there's that. Elon today says, Twitter has had a massive drop in revenue due to activist groups pressuring advertisers, even though nothing has changed with content moderation and we did everything we could to appease the activists. Extremely messed up. They're trying to destroy free speech in America. This one gets even sadder, because he got corrected on this. There's one of those things that have been added to it. Readers added context they thought people would want to know. Reporting shows advertisers suspending or canceling ad buys over concerns with Twitter platform direction, especially as related to content moderation. Here's articles that proved it. Did you find this helpful? Like, he just got bodied. He just got bodied by his own platform. I also love that this is proven that money, being the richest human being in the world, can never spare you from being embarrassing. Because Elon Musk, he wants to be a poster so bad. It's like it's probably what's driving him more than anything. He's willing to destroy his entire empire in a very in the same way Ye wants everyone to know his views on the Jews. Elon Musk wants everyone to know that he is a poster. And the thing is, he's not. He's a reply guy. It's just, I'm sorry, it's your lot in life. You want to be a poster, but you're a reply guy. And the thing is, we know this because most of your epic posts are stolen from the replies of your fans. You'll see a fan reply with a meme that they make themselves, you'll crop their names out of it, and then you'll post that as if you came up with it. And then you'll have your own fans, because they're so devoted to you, they will then suddenly afterwards be like, oh, daddy shared my meme. I don't know where my logo went or where my art went or the link to my website went, but in case anyone is watching, hey, I'm the guy who made this. And you're just like, this is all so sad. You're all so sad. You know, he's not a troll. He's a trawl, as in like he trawls the sea, as in he just steals everything and then flushes it in front of you. But he wants to be a poster so badly. You can see. But anyways, this is not true. This is a lie. This is not because of activists, but I mean, that's a good deflection. Oh, the activists have gotten advertisers to run away. Could be that within the first couple days of you owning this platform, you tweeted to Hillary Clinton a conspiracy theory about Paul Pelosi, the husband of Nancy Pelosi, third in line for the presidency, from a website that has previously claimed that Hillary Clinton was dead. She died on 9/11 and has been replaced by a body double. You did that. That was all you. You didn't have to. You didn't do, you gained really little from that. In fact, it actually hurt you quite a bit, and you had to quietly delete it and pretend it never happened. But that was you. And yeah, not a surprise that L'Oreal afterwards is like, yeah, so we're going to pull out of this. And now other groups are like, we're also going to pull out of this, because what are you expecting? This is a free market, baby. This is freedom of speech. Come on, what's going on here? If an advertiser doesn't want to advertise on your platform, that's their decision to do so. That's freedom. This is fucking capitalism, you know? And again, it sucks because he is going to destroy and tank the social media company. Like, you can look to so many different causes as to why people gravitate from, say, a MySpace to a Facebook, gravitate from, say, a Facebook to an Instagram, or an Instagram to a TikTok, or a TikTok to a WhatsApp, or WhatsApp to Slurm Plus. Whatever it is, there's usually some big reasons behind the whole thing. But in this one, it's going to be Elon Musk. Elon Musk is going to be the one to destroy Twitter, because if Twitter loses all its ads, it's going to lose 85% of its ad revenue, 85% of its revenue comes from advertising. The rest of it comes from selling your data. No one's going to use the platform, and so they'll have no data to sell. And you're going to get to this point where the ads on Twitter will shift from being Coca-Cola, McDonald's, Wendy's to MyPillow and Brainforce Plus. And while MyPillow and Brainforce Plus will always advertise no matter where the place is, Stormfront, doesn't matter, but at the same time they don't pay that well. That's why they will advertise anywhere. They have no scruples, and so that one doesn't really help. Yeah, this is your chance to develop a new Twitter and become a billionaire. Any programmers want to make a Mastodon run social media company? And we can promote it, and we can call it something like the free marketplace or the high level idea. You want to do that? Or we can make all the monies. We'll get it all. I know Python. I don't even know what that is. That's probably a programming language, isn't it? It's going to be a programming language. Is it? I don't know. Most times I get fucked over when I talk about this stuff. Oh yeah, I did want to talk about this. Elon Musk's Twitter regime takes down Kanye West tweets within minutes after rapper compares being called anti-Semitic to the N-word. Kanye West may be back on Twitter, but his account has already been policed, even as Elon Musk's new regime takes control of the platform. A Friday tweet in which West, who now goes by Ye, compared to being anti-Semitic to being referred to as the N-word, was taken down within minutes. Ye's tweet was repeating a line from another user as it was taken down for violating the social media platform's rules. Oh, Musk also fired... do I have it here? No, I don't have it on hand. But Musk also fired the person who helped work on some of the AI of Twitter. That very same AI, which has now been mathematically shown to promote right-wing content over left-wing content. Now, for some reason, every Republican thinks that's a lie. They're all posting, like I saw the quarter and be like, all caps, ha 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 ha, ha, as if this was true. Serenovich doing the same thing. I don't know if Jimmy Dore said anything about it, but I'm sure Glenn Greenwald will do the whole Glenn washing of it as well. But it is actually supposedly true, according to the methodology behind this research, that, as we know, algorithms, their purpose is to try and keep user engagement and promote user engagement as much as possible. Keep you on that website. It's your attention that they're fighting for. What gets attention is usually incendiary content and content that makes you angry. And that comes more often from the right side of the political aisle. So therefore, the algorithms are promoting that slightly more. And the fact that he's fired half of the staff means that, as I predicted, you will have a very different user experience very shortly because half the people who are working at the company no longer work there. So some bets will be off. The Groypers, the alt-right, and the Fash are all flooding Twitter right now as some... I mean, it's kind of funny they're doing that, but they're also fans of Elon because it's like you're destroying Elon's baby by filling it with the N-word. This is why the advertisers are leaving. Like an ad company's like, oh shit, front page of the Washington Post has the N-word use has increased by 500% and growing on Twitter. You'd be like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be associated with that thing. You know, there's that whole thing. They're also turning on each other. Elon Musk. Twitter will not allow anyone who is deplatformed for violating Twitter rules back on the platform until we have a clear process for doing so. He had to do that because, again, the advertisers, what, Alex Jones is coming back? Donald Trump is coming back? No. So he does this little thing. And then Tim Pool is like, oh, it was all a lie. Hey, look, it's complete bullshit. No shit. God damn. Fucking the beanie's been cutting off the circulation to his brain. But then we have Holocaust denier, Sticks and Hammer popping up to do, but who also blocked me. To do otherwise would be insane, Tim. This isn't an L for Elon. And I say this as a free speech purist, lol. Why is the Holocaust denier coming across as slightly more reasonable than Tim Pool in this engagement? This is exactly what Jack said several years ago. Elon could easily unban people like the Babylon Bee or Jordan Peterson. Jordan Peterson could unban himself, okay? Jordan Peterson is in the self-imposed ban. He's the one who's like, no, I'm going to be so transphobic here. You will see who cancels who. And they're like, you just have to delete the transphobic tweet. And he's like, okay, fine. Deletes the transphobic tweet, comes back on the platform, takes a screenshot of the transphobic tweet, and it's like, I said I would never delete this, and I stand by that, and then posts it, which, sorry, no take backsies, you deleted it already. It's, yeah, you said over your dead body. You said you would rather die than delete that tweet, but then you deleted the tweet. So I guess that was, what do they call it? Hyperbole. It seems like hyperbole. Instead, he consulted with the hate mob and new knowledge who made bots to swing in an election. Holocaust denier says, but if he acts unilaterally, all hell breaks loose. Reforming the TOS will be necessary for unbanning to even have a lasting impact. How is the Holocaust denier sounding more reasonable than Tim Pool? It doesn't make sense, Tim. What's going on? As always, every single quartering fucking meme is the lowest hanging fruit. Like fucking, I forget his name, Lofty Pixels or Lo-Fi Pixels or whatever the name of his editor is. You fucking suck.
You were the chosen one. It was said you would destroy the leftists, not join them. Let's bring balance to Twitter. Don't leave it in darkness.
Lofty
you were
Pixels,
the chosen one. Oh.
This has been a great, I'd say, learning moment for everyone else, just to see this play out in real time. The fucking, you know, the tears of soy that are coming out of all these fools who are like, oh, I love capitalism. I'm a huge capitalist here. I hate those lefties, socialist, communist, Marxist scumbags. I'm a capitalist. But I have no idea how capitalism works. What's a company? What's a corporation? How does an acquisition or a merger take over? Why would someone fire their senior executive staff? It was probably because it was the Epic own, right? Or is that just one of the most typical moves you could possibly do? Why else? Like, what is going on here? You're the capitalists. Did you think that Elon Musk was going to come into the social media company and everything was going to be fine if he continued to act the way he does? Did you think he could just do the epic memes? It's all fucking, it's a fugazi. It's all a show. It's smoke and mirrors. If he comes in there and he's like, the bird is free, all he said is a sentence, the bird is free. Nothing fundamentally has changed the company. And you can't have it both ways. You can't have an app, a social media app, filled with thousands of racist Nazis or people who just want to be edgelords and be equally as racist, and also have the Coca-Cola brand money. You can't do both. It's one or the other. You gotta sacrifice the really big advertiser revenue and switch it out for the MyPill, Brain Force Plus style stuff, or you have to get rid of those Nazis, because most users want a safer experience. They don't want to be having their socials fill up with a whole bunch of people who are just like N-word, 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 N-word.
Elon. There's a particular Twitter thread today that has everybody.
He seems legitimately sad.
The in particular pundits on the right absolutely melting down. It's got me pretty frustrated because it seems like none of these people have ever worked in a corporation or worked in one through a transition. And just so, you know, in full transparency, I actually have.
Oh, okay, cool.
Been through acquisitions and nowhere near the size of Twitter's.
Yeah, we know. Yeah. Did you sell coffee brand coffee to another fucking transphobic asshole? Is that like
8,000 employees? Seems like a lot of people really pissed off that you know, Elon didn't march in the front door Friday at 5 p.m. having never seen a single line of code and made enormous changes and undid all the wrongs that have happened over the years.
Weird, because every single one of these right-wing ghouls was just fucking soying themselves when it happened. Do you remember what Twitter was like that day? And they're like, oh, this is the greatest day ever. Let that sink in. Holy shit, he's actually doing it. The left is in shambles. And leftists were just like, no, hey, I'm here but to watch the fireworks. I will not leave. No, I know you're all saying that the left is going to make a max exodus. Nah, I'm sticking by it. I want to see and watch this whole thing spiral into the ground and explode. And then I will be there amongst the ashes, laughing at you, covered in the ashes of the social media platform. But every single one of them was like, this is the greatest thing in the world. Holy shit.
I believe that he still will.
Man, I don't think I have blind faith in anything the way the right does towards Elon Musk. And like It doesn't matter what he does. He can shit all over them. He can steal their art. They can make art about Elon, about how much they love him. He can take that art, steal it, crop out their credits. I mean, that's just the most fucked up thing. Someone painted a picture of you, and you're going through the trouble of making sure no one ever knows who that is, so they can't benefit at all from their art. And then you post it as if somehow this was your creation. And he just does that over and over and over. And so many of these fucking weirdo nerd fans are just like, oh God, this was me. I painted this. I don't know what happened to the link to my website or anything, but Elon, please, here's my @ and my socials. Everybody, it's me.
But this tweet thread is concerning, but I think I can explain why. I understand why people are.
So much copium. So much copium. Oh my God. Oh, of course. Yeah. Okay. How do we do this without, that whole,
I could say anti-Semitic thing.
Yeah, without that one, because yeah, a lot of these people do work for the Anti-Defamation League, so good luck here, guy who said it was yikes to say fuck Hitler. Let's see what you got to say about this one. Put it on 1.5 because you're boring as fuck.
And if you want to know why, watch my first video today. I think there's a fair argument for replacing him. I'm not saying fire him for sure, but take him out of this role. So Elon replies to Yoel saying, "Talk to several."
I also love how every right winger has somehow thought that because it's Elon Musk, they get a say in any of this. Like they somehow have collective bargaining power or something like that. Like every single one of them replies to Elon's tweets, decisions, everything. Like, oh, can I be a part of your panel? Like fucking, this got replied to, quote tweeted by Matt Walsh. Like, Matt, I like the ideal impregnation age is 16. Catholic child pedophile rapists aren't as bad as you think, actually. The Anglo-Saxon race is being replaced by Mexicans. Matt Walsh, he's like, can I be a part of the ethics panel, Mr. Musk? I got some ethics I would like to impart upon your decision making. Can you imagine a Matt Walsh theocratic fascist based social media company? I mean, I guess that's basically what Gab is.
Society leaders, including this guy at the ADL, this person, Yael Einstadt, also at the ADL, which is, basically a censorship bully organization these days, in my opinion. Rashada Robinson,
I could say anti-Semitic thing.
Jessica Gonzalez is co-CEO of Free Press. Basically, a lot of leftist organizations and pro-censorship people like the NAACP, and then like BoomerCon, George W. Bush presidential, a bunch of terrible people, establishment people that really, why is Elon, people are saying, why in the heck is Elon talking to these losers? I understand that. He then makes things kind of worse by continuing and saying, Twitter will not allow who was deplatformed for violating Twitter rules back on the platform until we have a clear process for doing so, which will take at least a few more weeks. Now, there's two things I think I understand that, from what I understand, that people are pissed off about. The first is the group of people that he talked to. These are not people that are well liked in the free speech community for a lot of good reasons. The second,
none of these people knows what free speech is, by the way. Like, I think that's been completely and fully established by this point. All of them think free speech is when they get to say what they want when they want, and then they also get to stop other people from saying what they want when they don't like them. That it's just a thing for me, but not for thee. That's their definition of free speech. Hopefully a handful of them have come to terms with this. Hopefully a handful of them have come to a self-actualization or realization, and then they can be more honest going forward. But that's all it is. It's never been about like, oh, we just care about protecting everyone's speech. It doesn't matter if I disagree with you. In fact, I want to fight for your right to say whatever you want if I disagree with you even more, because that's how much I care about the fundamental principles of free speech. What's this? You've posted a picture. It's a picture of me. It's that time that I said that I shit myself. Oh, well, I'm going to block you because I don't like the way this makes me feel. Yep. Okay. So anyways, back to my free speech. I love it. I love free speech so much. So they're all fighting each other now, including fighting Jordan Peterson. Oh, deleted. No. Oh. So this is Mike Serenovich turning on Jordan Peterson, saying all this giant baby has to do is change his settings to allow notifications from accounts he follows, but he lacks impulse control. He wades into the abyss and is shocked to learn it stares back. And it was this video where it was basically like, oh, you're satanic for a mother's dragging a brush of pubis sticking in my ass. And then Paul Joseph Watson, Jordan Peterson calling for banning online anonymity over mean tweets. I've noticed a lot of this on the right over the past 24 hours. John Rich, for example. Benny Johnson Benny Johnson also asking for people to get cancel cultured off the platform. Yeah, kind of seems like none of you right-wingers actually had any fundamental beliefs in this regard. You just wanted to have people who say mean things to you not say mean things to you and not be able to, and you wanted to be able to say mean things to people. You don't care about the marketplace of ideas. You didn't care about battling in that square at all. You don't care about, hey, why doesn't everyone just have an equal ability to say whatever they want and then the best ideas will rise to the top? No, it's always been about you are a bunch of snowflakes. You're a bunch of cancel culture Andes, every single one of you, and you just want to save space. That's always been it. You all want to save space. For all the freakouts you've always been doing, you just couldn't wrap your heads around this because you were like, I don't understand why someone who's already kind of marginalized in society might not want to be further marginalized by society through language. So no, this is PC culture. I should be able to call people whatever I want. I should be able to say whatever I want. You can, no one's taking that away from you, but it's not freedom of consequence. As in, like, if you do say racist and horrifying and misogynistic things, I'm going to call you a racist misogynist. That's the marketplace. You get that, right? So you're an asshole, and then I say, hey, you're an asshole. Now, me saying you're an asshole is not me cancel culturing you. It's not me taking away your free speech. In fact, if I'm not allowed to call you an asshole, you're taking away my free speech. See, that's how this works. Yeah. Y'all just wanted a safe space. So you wouldn't have to worry about all the mean things that people say. Because it hurts your feelings.
And through, he's going to need a lot more, obviously, than that. Then he becomes less reliant on advertisers. So in no way am I supporting this, okay? But I'm saying I understand. I just don't, I get frustrated when I see this, like, why are you even talking to them? Blah, 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 blah. Because if he didn't, the ADL and then NAACP would...
This just beautiful copium. From all of them. Copium from every single right-winger who just doesn't understand the world. There's like, I guess it's this thing where it's kind of like, if you don't have like a material analysis of the world or society or history or anything, then you're going to see everything through team sports lens. So it's awesome when a company, I assume, is filled with libs. And it's awesome if all those libs lose their jobs, thousands of libs losing their jobs, and then also awesome if all these unemployed people have trouble finding out where the health insurance for their children is going to come from. That's awesome because they're libs and they deserve it. And Elon is good because he's a good billionaire, and he cares about us because he cares about the right. Because there's such a thing as the right-wing billionaire who's going to be good only to right-wing people and not look out for his own personal interests and wealth. He's going to have solidarity with us, the very people he considers to be subhuman ants. That's definitely going to be a thing. He loves us, right? He says he loves us. I think it's hard to keep track with all the weird things he's doing every day. Do you enjoy the Serfs but prefer not to have to use your eyeballs? Many are saying this. Well, we've got the solution for you. It's the Serf Times in podcast form, available on most major podcasting networks now. If you enjoy it, please consider leaving a good review and feedback because it really helps the show out, apparently, and it's free, just like the podcast.
To our gods, Xander Corvus and Peyton L. Juste, we shall spend many a generations building mighty cathedrals in your honor. To our monarch, Tom Spiker, we are but your oafish jesters, here to offer you a laugh at any opportunity. To our brave knights of the Round Table, Rachel K., Izzy Solidarity, Victoria Bell, Sebastian Demo, Mark Harmon, Benji Arney, Scary Earth Human, Tony, DM Rivera, Resident Scarecrow, Sir Nickus, Cheryl Alvarez, Ruby Kelly, Brandon, Words Greenwood, Everything Important, Hegbert Celine, Matthew Scarborough, Stellar Vision, Ariane McCarthy, Doug Cady, Daniel Sutton, Jenna Tao, Dark Puppy, Quiet One 85, Anna Loves Riley, Omni, Riley and Anna, Poodlehawk, Multimondi, Trevbot EXE, Brian Ephraim, Anthropophojak, Catherine, Ramon Acosta, Incosin, Ralph Parler, Violent Orchard, Political Puppy, La Media Panza, Todd Buckingham, and Todd La Jeunesse. We salute our valiant heroes off to fight injustice everywhere.